Before the break, a Gameweek 4 score of 63 points earned a healthy rise into the top 1 million. Chris Richards helped Palace to their second clean sheet of the season, as Aston Villa failed to score for a third successive match. He picked up defensive contribution points for the first time as well, as did Pedro Porro in a 1-0 defeat to Bournemouth. Faith in Bruno Fernandes was rewarded, as the Portuguese star held his nerve from the spot in stoppage time to snatch victory over Burnley. He carved out a Gameweek high 6 key passes, while no midfielder attempted more shots. Jared Bowen's redemption helped justify the decision not to use the free hit chip. The West Ham talisman sparked a late rally at the City ground, opening the scoring as the visitors struck 3 times in the final 6 minutes to stun Forest. But leaving Dewsbury Hall on the bench still stings, after he played his part in Everton's 3-2 win at Molineux. So let's look ahead to the transfer plans for Gameweek 4. Fantasy Football Hub's AI recommends selling Nico Williams for Virgil van Dijk, making use of the funds freed up by downgrading Saka last game week. You can get personalised AI transfers for your FPL team with 50% off via the link in the description. That move feels a little short-sighted to me, given how Liverpool's fixtures start to turn after Burnley. But I'm definitely hatching a plan to move Nico Williams on soon, especially after the news of Nuno Espírito Santo's departure. Forest face Burnley and Sunderland in the next 3 game weeks, so I'll probably keep him for those fixtures, before upgrading to an Arsenal defender. If I moved right now, I'd only be able to afford Jurriën Timber, but I'm hoping to free up funds for Gabriel by the time Gameweek 7 comes around. Before then, I'd like to have at least a couple of transfers saved by Gameweek 6 for a potential Salah to Haaland swap. So the plan is to save a transfer this game week, and here's how the team is set to line up. I wasn't holding out much hope for a Forest clean sheet at the Emirates before Nuno was sacked, and I'll be even less confident with Ange Postecoglou now in charge. But goalkeeper transfers are always low on my list of priorities, so it's something I'll address whenever I decide to use the wildcard. Sunderland's visit to Selhurst Park gives Chris Richards the chance to build on his 2 clean sheets already this season. The promoted side ranks 16th for expected goals so far, with only Leeds, Newcastle, Villa and Wolves faring worse. Pedro Porro was taken off early in the defeat to Bournemouth, where his defensive weaknesses were exposed. And Udogie's return to fitness means Thomas Frank now has the option of using Spence at right back. But the Spaniard's quality on the ball is unquestionable, and West Ham have looked particularly vulnerable from crosses and set pieces. We're yet to see much from Nico Williams in either a defensive or an attacking sense, and a meeting with Arsenal looks unlikely to change that. But the Gunners haven't shown too much ambition offensively, outside of their heavy win over Leeds. Bruno Fernandes has already carved out a league-leading 12 key passes this season, and only Caicedo has made more defensive contributions among midfielders. No side have faced more shots on target than Man City so far. A meeting with Burnley offers Florian Wirtz the chance to get up and running after a slow start to life in the Premier League. The German scored a stunning free kick for his country over the international break, and the Clarets have conceded a league-high 6.6 expected goals so far. After an eye-catching debut against Wolves, Tijani Reinders has struggled to make the same impact in the past 2 matches, and there's temptation to start Dewsbury Hall at home to Villa. But Man United goalkeepers have made some high-profile mistakes already this season, and there'll be plenty of pressure on new signing Senna Larsson if he's thrown straight in for the derby. Off the mark last game week, Jared Bowen has now scored 9 goals under Graham Potter since game week 24 last season. Only Salah has more in that time. Spurs have certainly improved under Thomas Frank, but rank 11th for expected goals conceded in the opening 3 game weeks, and only Everton and Burnley have faced more shots. Ollie Watkins is yet to find the net this season, but his tally of 8 shots only trails Haaland among forwards. Everton have conceded 5.7 expected goals so far, with only Burnley faring worse. João Pedro has justified his 64% ownership with a leading 26 points among forwards so far. Directly involved in 4 goals, the Brazilian's 8 shots and 2 big chances can only be bettered by Haaland. Only Burnley, Wolves and West Ham have shipped more goals than Brentford. But Mohamed Salah looks a fairly straightforward captain choice, despite an underwhelming start. Both Ekitike and Gakpo have posed more goal threat than the Egyptian in the opening 3 matches, but he leads teammates with 3 big chances created. Burnley have faced a league-high 51 shots, and only West Ham have given up more big chances. This team comes in at 92% on Fantasy Football Hub's team rating tool. You can check out your own team score for free via the link in the description. Sign up now to get 50% off and your money back if you don't win your mini league. T&Cs apply. Click the link below to take advantage. All the data included in this video is available on the Hub Opta Stats tool.